Hello, everyone. How are you? How are you? This is the Taryn Lamb Show, season number 9, episode number 10. Thank you so much for joining me. I know it's been a minute, but we are still here. We are here a lot of Tuesdays, so this is a special edition. What do you call it? Edition. Sorry, edition. Special edition show. And because we're here on Thursdays, because my guests can make it today. So thank you so much for joining me. Again, this is the Taryn Lamb Show, season number 9, episode number 10. And for those who've been watching me for a while, it just kind of dawned on me that we are going into our 5th year of the show. So I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who's supported the show along the way. We have met some amazing guests and some amazing people. This is our 5th year into the show. So I just really appreciate your support. Make sure you are liking, following, sharing, subscribing, all that good stuff. This episode and all episodes are on Apple Podcast at The Taryn Lamp Show and on YouTube at I Am Taryn Lamp. So make sure you're joining us there. Okay, again, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Taryn. This is The Taryn Lamp Show, season number 9, episode number 10. So let me get my guest on. Let's see if I can get you. So Montana, I just accepted you, so hopefully it came through. There
Hi.
you are. Hello.
I am fabulous,
you?
never better. How are you?
Look at you. Look at you with the strobe lights going on in the background.
You know, I had to go to Jamaica just to do this interview, so I have my friends with me. We're here, and what's the name of your bar?
K&A Silent Chip Bar.
Yes, we're in Spanish Town, Jamaica.
Hello.
Live. So
how are you? Hello. Yeah. Hello from Tri-City. Hello.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Wendy. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Again, this is the Taryn Lamb Show. Make sure you're liking, loving, sharing, subscribing, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for joining me. Okay, so I have so many things to ask you.
Sorry, there's a parade of loud cars. Sorry, there's a parade of loud cars going past, but they're gone now.
Oh, no worries. No worries. It's all good. So I have so many things to ask you, and I know we only have half an hour. But I was thinking about this, and one thing I really like, I think I kind of told you this too. First of all, I think that music is like a universal language. Like, it connects everybody, right? Like, I believe that no matter who you are, there's some music out there for you, and music connects everybody. But my question to you is how we know each other is different originally from music. And I'm just so inspired by I put it on the story, like your journey. You created your own path to music, Montana. Like, you set out there, you said, this is something I want to do. What did that look like for you? Because how did you, get started? Like I said, we know each other from something different. And so how did you say to yourself, you know what, you have some cojones, to get out there, and now you're doing the darn thing, like, in a major way. So tell us a little bit about how you started and how you got this, love for what you're doing.
Can you hear me okay? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you great.
First of all, thank you. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. It's been how many years? A lot of years. We know, did you say how we know each other? We went to college together, so it's been years. That's how we met originally. So honestly, my musical journey has my DJ journey is just a small portion of my recent journey, but my musical journey has been since literally I was a kid. I've always been involved in some aspect of music. For example, when I was like 11 years old, I was a rapper. I was a battle rapper. And I would write raps. We would battle each other in the halls of junior high school. So, that's when my musical journey started. When I was literally a little kid, and I was just in love with music, and I was creating music, and I was performing. So that's when it started, way back there, long, long, long time.
So what gave you the? By the way, I can see you, but I don't know if I can. It's kind of dark, so I just want you to know. So I don't know if I can see you, but it's just kind of dark.
Okay.
So I can see you though, but I just want you to know that it's dark. Um, so you guys, this is the Taryn Lamb Show. We are here with DJ Montana. So how did that love of music though transpire or transform into, you know what, I'm gonna do this, right? Like you had to take a leap. We talked about this when we were talking earlier. You had to take a leap, and the first time you thought to yourself, I think I'm gonna DJ. Like,
Honestly, I didn't think about becoming a DJ. I never thought about becoming a DJ
okay.
ever. I never imagined myself becoming a DJ. It just happened really, really organically and naturally. I never decided I'm gonna be a DJ. It just happened.
So then, was there a time where you were DJing and you were like, you know what, I'm pretty good at this?
Again, I think that's an organic thing. When I first started, I wasn't good because, of course, I was just starting. I started right before COVID, so COVID gave me an opportunity to literally lock up in my room and practice. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were telling me that. You were telling me that you actually practiced, and
So I got
telling me that.
practice, and I loved what I was doing. I didn't think about if I was good at it or not. It wasn't even a thought. It was just something that I loved doing. I remember vividly one day my daughter texted me from the next room. She's texting me. I'm in my bedroom DJing, and she says, "Mom," she's texting me now. She said, "Mom, you've been DJing for 8 hours." And I had no idea that I was DJing for 8 hours straight. Like literally, I didn't know I was DJing for 8 hours straight. That's how much I love doing it. So I didn't think about if I was good or bad at it until I started actually getting booked to play parties. My first professional booking was October of 2000. Was it 19 or 20? I think it was 19, like right before the lockdown was my first professional booking.
Okay.
And, I was super, super nervous. I knew it was coming up. I was having anxiety. I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm going to be outside, not in my room, actually being paid to perform in front of people. And, after that, I would ask my other DJ coworkers, like, well, how did I do? And, I wasn't really sure if I was good at it or not. And the more that I got to do it, like people would just come up to me with this look in their eyes, like, oh my gosh, you are so amazing. Or during the parties, I just see them like, yay, like cheering and dancing and losing themselves in the music and throwing money at me. And, so I just kind of got to learn and understand that I'm great at this.
I mean, I think that's so exciting. I keep my little notepad here, and I'm gonna write what I heard you say is, you didn't really think about if you were good or not. You just did it. And I think that's a lesson in life, right? For us to not worry about whether we're good or bad or who thinks what, just to do it, right? You didn't really worry. I'm writing that down. You didn't really worry about if you were good or bad. You just said, hey, I'm going to do it. And I love it. And I'm having a good time at it. And it just is a lesson for all of us to do kind of what we love, right? And to just go for it. And I think I heard you even say, like, you were nervous, and I'm sure you thought to yourself, let me just make mistakes. Let me just do it, right? Like, go for it.
Yeah, totally. And I do it because I love it. So I think if you're doing something out of pure love and passion, there are no other thoughts that can really enter your mind and intrude on that love and passion.
No, I love that. No other thoughts. So you guys, this is the Taryn Lamb Show. We're talking to DJ Montana today. Please make sure you're liking, loving, sharing, subscribing. This episode will be on both of our IGs, and it'll also be on Apple Podcasts. It's going to be an episode on Apple Podcasts and on YouTube as well. So how did you, the genre of music that you DJ, would you say dancehall? Am I saying that right?
Dancehall and reggae music are my primary genres that I DJ, but I'm pretty much an open format DJ. I have an R&B Taco Tuesdays that I do where I play R&B, hip hop, I play house music. I play soca music. I play Afro beats. I play top 40. I play oldies. So I'm pretty much an open format, but my love and my passion are dancehall and reggae music.
And has that always been a love for you, or is that something that, you know, just that you kind of heard as, you know, an adult and said, you know, I like this. This is where I want to go.
First dancehall music I heard when I was 12 years old, and it was on the radio. And I heard, back then, New Edition was popular. There was a song, Mr. Telephone Man. I heard that song in a reggae style. And as a little kid back then, it just hit my ear. I was like, what is this? Oh my gosh. Like, it's like New Edition, but it's not. And I just fell in love with it back then.
And that was it. Now, what along the way, I'm taking off my jacket because I'm getting hot here. What along the way have been some of the things that have been obstacles for you, right? Like, I'm sure, I mean, I don't know. Like, you tell me. When I say that out of my mouth, what I say, do you have, is there things like, you know, obstacles with females being with women being DJs? What are some of the things that stood in your way that you've had to overcome? Because when I see you and I see your social, no one can deny your confidence. So how do you know, but like you said, you've practiced and you've worked on your craft and you still get nervous. So what are the things that have came in your way that you've had to kind of jump over and kind of push down, even in your head or in real life?
I think within the genre of reggae and dancehall music, as opposed to other genres, like I'm a piano, female DJs are running things, but in reggae and dancehall music, female DJs are still a rarity. So, you know, they kind of look at us and don't take us seriously. We're not taken seriously. Viewed as sex objects instead of actual talented individuals. I have an issue with if I invite people just on a smaller level, not on a large scale. That's a large scale issue. A smaller scale issue is if I talk to certain men in the community and I say, hey, come to my event tonight. They might come there and like stand there and think that I invited them on a date for afterwards, and ask me like, what are you doing afterward? Like, nothing. I invited you to come watch me DJ. I didn't invite you to stand here to wait until I'm finished and then ask me what I'm doing afterwards. So that's it. That's more of an annoyance, not truly an obstacle. I would say one of the greatest obstacles is it's still pretty much a man's world, and men are running things. So we have to find where we fit in as women to be taken seriously in this profession.
And so, do you think that's hard in this style, or do you think it's just hard in the industry?
Honestly, I don't know. Like I said, that I'm a piano. The women, to me, from the outside, I'm not intimately familiar with the genre. I play I'm a piano songs, but I would not call myself an I'm a piano DJ. But to me, from the outside looking in, the females are running that genre. I see the females way ahead of all of the men in that genre. But from my side of the fence, it's not the same. We're still a rarity, and I think we really, really have to work hard to be taken seriously.
So what are the things that, when you say that, what are the things that you feel like, you know, your top 3 things, I guess, that you would have to say, you know what, I got to make sure I'm on point with these top 3 things when I do. Would you consider it performing, or would you consider it more of DJing? Like, it's DJing, but is it also performing? I feel like you're there and you're kind of performing too for the audience, right? So what are some things that you think, okay, you know, when you go back to practice and perfect your craft, what are those things you think about?
There are different aspects of the performance, and it is a performance because I call myself an entertainer, not just a DJ. So as an entertainer, I have to select music. So I have to watch the crowd and play for the crowd and see what they want to hear. So that's one. Number two, I have to talk to the crowd. Reggae and dancehall music is a microphone heavy genre. Some people like that or they don't understand it, but historically, that's what it was about. It was about somebody talking on the mic while they switched the records, so there would be no empty space in the party, and that's where hip hop was born. That's where hip hop literally was born, from the person talking on the mic as they're switching the records. So the talking, and not just talking, but creatively introducing the songs, getting the audience hyped up, getting them involved with the performance and the party. That's a huge aspect of the performance. And also the physical performance. I come out in the crowd while I'm playing, and I dance with the crowd sometimes. So those are three big things that are important.
Uh-oh, you're breaking up a little bit.
Yep, I'm here.
Are you still there? Yep. Okay. So yeah, so you have to, so it is, I like that you said an entertainer. Because I do think, like, when I think about going somewhere, you know, it is a whole package, right? You have to come with the whole package,
Definitely.
if you will. Right? Are there things like that you're looking forward to? Like, what does the future hold?
I actually have goals as far as places that I want to play. That's one concrete goal that I have. Are places. So when I look at my goals for the future, that's something that's included. So, for example, I played for the first time in Florida last year, so that was on my bucket list. I wanted to play in Florida. I still haven't played. I played close to New York City. I played in Connecticut, but I want to play in New York City. I want to play in Toronto. I'll be playing in Canada for the first time at the Jerk Fest next weekend. So I'm getting closer to my geographical goals, but those are definitely goals that I have, are geographical goals. And then I'm also a clash DJ, so I had my first sound clash outside. I did them inside. Yes, Belize also. Belize, my Belizean friend here.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Belize
That.
is
Yeah, that's a good
definitely
one.
a goal. And Jamaica was a goal, but I've played in Jamaica so much now. I'm grateful for that, and I welcome that opportunity every time.
What did you say? Clash?
Sound clash.
Something?
That's an aspect of what I do. So sound clash, for anybody who doesn't know, that's basically like a DJ battle. So.
Oh, okay.
So I do that.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So this is, you guys, this is the Taryn Lamb Show, season number 9, episode 10. We are talking to DJ Montana about her journey. Please make sure you're sharing, liking, subscribing. This episode is going to be on our IGs, and it's going to be on Apple Podcasts, and on YouTube. Oh, and it's going to be on Spotify. So all those platforms we're going to have. And Montana, I wanted to let you know something. It didn't, I don't even know if I said this in the beginning, but you are the first episode of my 5th year.
Congratulations. 5 years is a long time.
You guys, we have been doing this. This is going for our 5th year, and Montana gratefully came on. She didn't even know. We didn't even know this was starting. This is her. She was going to be the first episode of our 5th year, and we've met people from all over the world. So it's just been an amazing journey. And yeah, you're kicking off my 5th year.
Nice.
Thank you so much. I thought it was like, wow, I've been doing this for 5 years, just interviewing people about their journey. Is there any one person maybe that you'd like to DJ with? Have you thought about that? Or entertain. Let me take it back. Let me use that word entertainer, because I like that global word.
There are quite a few. I don't want to name any particular one, because I have some on my list that I would want to.
Okay.
I've played alongside a ton of greats that I literally grew up idolizing before I became a DJ.
Okay.
So I'm grateful, super grateful for that. Just to be on the same stage with them is amazing. And there are still some more that definitely I dream about playing alongside on the same stage, for sure.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that you're gonna get there. How do you like? One thing I've feel like when you are on the move, um, so I just wonder, like mentally, how do you keep up your mental when you're doing it? Because I hear you say it's a lot. I hear you say we have we have the industry has movement to do with regards to women. So how do you stay physically strong for what you do? Because I do see that you want to do you're
Yes.
traveling a lot, right? But not only you're traveling, you're giving yourself all the time. And it's like I feel like it's one thing to physically travel, but another thing to like mentally give your heart and
Yeah.
soul all day. How do you keep your mental strong?
Um, it's you're right. It is very demanding. After a
Mm-hmm.
long weekend, like if some weekends I played 6 different events, maybe more in 3 days, and then by Monday I'm like, ooh, knocked out. So it definitely is physically and can be, I wouldn't say emotionally draining. It's emotionally if I come home from a good party and I just have a vibe with everybody in the audience, loving my show, and they're giving me the energy. I'm giving it back to them. I just come home high. It is the greatest
Okay.
high. Yes,
Okay.
it's the greatest high I've ever had. And I'm so high when I come home. I can't sleep. And I've never done drugs, but I imagine that it would be a greater high than if I were to take some form of pills or something. It's the best high ever, ever.
Well, I like that you said that because what I was wondering, you know how well, I've never been a therapist, but they say like therapists takes on people's
Mm-hmm.
thing and they come home tired. So I feel good that you said you came home. It feels like you come home. And I feel like when you're up there giving of yourself and entertaining, that's where I was going with it. I was wondering, like, do you feel like people have sucked their energy out of you, but no, you feel like that they have given their energy back to you?
Definitely
Just
circular. I push the energy out. Sorry, there's a truck going past. I push the energy out, and they give me the energy back. It's definitely a circular thing when you're on stage, and it's very energizing for sure.
yeah, from right, you're getting hearts on that. Someone gave you a heart on that, so they must understand. Because I was just truly wondering, like I said, is it like I said, like you're like a therapist in the music world, and people just take it from
Yeah.
you. So it's good to hear that they're all, you're also recycling. I guess I'd say the energy. That's probably a good feeling, right? I think. What would you want people to know about what you do? Like, I don't know. And so I'm learning from you, and I learn from when I see you. And what would you want people to know, like, about entertaining, about DJing, about your style of music? What would you want people to know, like, and be educated?
My style, I try to be unique in that I love to study DJs from all over the world, and I take little bits and pieces of what I learned from them, and I create my own style. And being that I'm new, I'm still creating my style. Like, for example, I like to compare it to when you write the alphabet for the first time. You know how you learn the alphabet and you have to write it exactly the way the teacher shows. You write your T's straight, you cross it straight, and you do it over and over, and you do it the same way they show you. And then finally, when you have it, then you start to get creative. You might draw a little heart on the top of the eye. So
Yeah,
like I'm at the point where I'm getting creative with my alphabet. I'm
nice.
trying new things. And one thing about me, I really want to be unique and different as an entertainer. When you see me, I want you to get a different show than anybody else, but still something that you can relate to in the audience and that you enjoy, and you say, wow, that was creative. That was something different. So I really like to be different and creative, and I like to involve humor in my performances as well. I love to make my audience laugh. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's fun. Are there any misconceptions about what you do?
I would say a misconception definitely is that it's easy. I've had, yeah, like I see a few people like like I'm glad because I've inspired people. Like I've had certain friends and associates and also strangers. I see after they see me play, they've gone out and bought DJ equipment and they want to be DJ. So I think a misconception is being a DJ is easy. They think you could just get equipment, you could get songs, and then you could go out and play. When in reality, I could give you all my equipment, I could give you all my songs, and I can put you in the middle of a party, and you're going to fail terribly because there's so much more than that. It's a huge misconception. DJing is an art. It takes hours and hours and hours of work, and you never stop working because new music is coming out all the time. Things are changing. If you do it for a living, you have to work on your advertising. So actually playing in front of people is a small percentage of what you're doing. You're always working as a DJ. That's probably another misconception. The work doesn't stop when you get off stage.
Yeah, I don't think that, but I can see how people would think that. Like, oh, well, I don't even know. Nowadays I couldn't even tell you. Like, I gotta stay in my lane. Like, I don't even know how to start. But I can see how people would think, oh, this is easy. That person just gets up there and talks and then plays a couple songs, right? But I'm sure there's that time where, you know, you have to pivot, right? Like you're playing and you're not feeling it. You got to go in a different direction, and that takes sort of practice and craft to been there to know, like, oh my gosh, this is the middle of my set and I got to pivot.
Exactly. And that's something that you can't learn. That's something that I never learned during COVID in my bedroom. That's something you can only learn from experience outside in front of people. And that's one of the hardest things to learn is to read a crowd and feed a crowd.
Yeah. And figure out, like you said, when you change something up or when to keep something as it is, or, and we're tough. I think the public is tough.
Right? Oh, yeah, especially Chicago. Chicago's not a happy crowd all the time. Chicago is a tough crowd. Chicago will stand up there and just look at you and will not move. Chicago is a tough crowd to play for. They're not like a naturally like jump around crowd. So if you can please the Chicago crowd as a DJ, you're doing something good.
Yeah, I can imagine. So you guys, this is the Taryn Lamb Show, season number 9, episode 10. We are talking to DJ Montana today about her journey. Please make sure you're liking, sharing, following, subscribing, all that good stuff. This will be on all platforms. Yeah, all of them. Just say that. Yeah, I can imagine, right? Like, we're brutal. Like, the public is brutal, But I also think that we're fun, So I'm still impressed by you saying that that we give the energy, back to you. So I think we have just a couple more minutes. It's so weird. It's usually used to show on my phone, but I'm looking up here at this clock. So I have one more question for you. And this question, everyone gets it, but no one has actually watched a prior episode of my show, so they don't know what it is. So I am Montana. I'm the crazy cat lady. I save these crazy cats. You probably see them on my Instagram. So, curiosity in the cats. So my question to you is, what are you curious about? The last question. This is the Taryn Lamb Show.
What am I curious about? I'm curious about everything. I'm curious about everything. Honestly, like even like within music, I Google artists. Like literally, I Google them if I haven't heard the artist before, the song. I want to know the artist's history. Where were they born? What were their hits? What about their life? I actually Google artists. I'm curious about everything. I'm a naturally curious person, and I go very deep with my curiosity. So Google for me, like coming up before the age of the internet, it wasn't as easy to appease my curiosity, but now I am like a Google queen. Like, I'm curious about everything.
That is so fun and so great at the same time. I think we all should live this little life of, curiosity, right? Well, I just want to thank you for thanking you for agreeing to come on the show. And two, I want to thank you for just, like I said, we've known each other from a different path, but when I see you, one thing that is, it sets in my heart is that I love that you are who you are. You're unapologetically yourself, and you went after something to make it your own.
Thank you.
And that's from woman to woman, number one, and number two, just human to human. I think it takes a lot to do what you're doing and to do it the way you want to do it.
Thank you.
So I wish you publicly nothing but the best. I need to come to one of the Taco Tuesdays. I need to, you know what I'm afraid of? Let me tell you what I'm afraid of. School nights, I need to like get over myself and just go out on a school night. Like I need to get back to life. But I need to do that. So I want to come to one of your Taco Tuesdays for sure. And I want to thank you. And I I know you're somewhere else, so I'm going to just shoot you a quick text. But again, thank you for your time. And I'm going to have to have you back.
That would be awesome.
Thank you so much for kicking off your number 5.
Thank you for having me. It's a joy. Have you ever been to Jamaica?
I have.
Awesome. All right.
I have. What part?
I'm in Spanish Town right now.
Where's that?
Spanish Town is like outside of Kingston. Maybe like 30 minutes outside of Kingston. Kind of like Waukegan to Chicago, something like that.
But now I can come there with new friends and new eyes.
Yes. Yes. Let me have my friend say hi to Taryn.
Hi, Taryn.
Hi, Taryn.
Hi, beautiful. Hi. Oh my gosh, look at all my friends. Look at all my new friends.
Let's go. The guy, oh, where you go? Say hi to my friend Taryn.
Look at all my
Where'd Lanky go? Gone. Oh, wow. All right. Thank you so much for having me. That time went super fast.
I know, right? It goes fast. That's why I said I got to have you back. Okay. Thank you so much.
All right.
Have a good time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.